Everything appeared flawless at first glance. Two sisters arrived at a high-end Dubai hotel, yet only one would leave it breathing. March 18, 2024, a day etched into the memory of a grieving Chicago household forever. It started with a call at 4 a.m., the sort that yanks you from deep sleep straight into unrelenting horror. A doctor's unsteady voice came through the receiver. "Mrs. Cole, we fought hard, but we couldn't save her." Thousands of miles distant, in an opulent suite with views across the Persian Gulf, 25-year-old Amara Cole rested motionless on the polished marble. Her identical twin, Nia, knelt nearby, calling her name until her cries gave out. To outsiders, they were simply two American women living out a fantasy getaway. Behind the polished photos and stylish outfits hid a buried truth, one so destructive it spanned continents, ruined futures, and proved that true peril often lurks closest to home, disguised as affection. Amara didn't perish from tainted meals, contaminated beverages, or any object she handled. The cause ran far deeper and more sinister. This is the account of the Cole twins, two souls bound from the start, one concealed burden, and a devotion that morphed into something lethal. Stick around. The further we dig, the more unsettling it becomes. You're watching Crime Unveiled, shining light on the shadows most prefer to ignore. A huge thank you to our dedicated audience and faithful subscribers. Your encouragement keeps this channel alive. We deliver fresh, gripping true crime breakdowns every day, stories too intense to ignore. If you're not already subscribed, tap that button now. You won't want to miss the next one. Before we unpack the tragedy inside that Dubai suite, you need context on who Amara and Nia truly were. This isn't merely a tale of loss, it's the record of two women whose lives ran in flawless parallel until a single devastating moment snapped the connection. Born June 12, 1998, at Northwestern Memorial Hospital on Chicago's North Side, Amara Lee Cole arrived at 11:47 p.m., with Nia following just 5 minutes later at 11:52. From their very first breaths, they moved in near-perfect sync, close, yet distinct. Their parents, Edith, 52, and Bennett, 54, Cole, often described parenting identical twins as leading a duet where the notes always blended seamlessly. What set the Coles apart were their unchanging family traditions. Saturdays meant afternoon films at the Century Center Cinema, children's features when the girls were young, thoughtful independence as they grew older. Popcorn, lowered lights, shared armrests, every weekend without fail. Sundays belonged to the Green City Market. Edith guided her daughters through vendor stalls, showing them how to select the freshest produce and negotiate politely for the best deals. Wednesday evenings were reserved for home-cooked meals, with assigned roles, chopping, stirring, table setting. Everyone participated. Most outsiders struggled to differentiate the twins, identical right down to tiny marks. But Edith and Bennett never once confused them. They noticed subtle cues, Amara's thoughtful finger-tapping habit, Nia's slightly extended laugh, the faint variation in how each pronounced certain words. Family footage spanning 2003 to 2018 captures these small quirks only parents would spot. At Lincoln Park High School, class of 2016, both excelled academically. Amara earned valedictorian honors with a 3.97 GPA. Nia took salutatorian with 3.94, a razor-thin margin of 0.03. At the May 2016 awards event, when Amara's name rang out for top student, the first standing ovation came not from their parents, but from Nia, cheering wildly. Their personalities diverged noticeably. Amara leaned introspective, organized, deliberate, the student who annotated the full course outline on day one and used color-coded planners. Nia thrived socially, memorizing classmates' names quickly, spontaneously planning late-night food runs while keeping everything coordinated. Both secured scholarships to Northwestern University in 2016. That's where Jordan Pike stepped into the picture. Born February 3, 1997, Jordan hailed from a stable Chicago area background. He began as a pre-med major but switched to software engineering after realizing code suited him better than cadavers. In September 2017, Nia met Jordan at a university mixer on the quad. Twinkling lights, blankets spread across the grass, casual conversations flowing. They bonded instantly over a shared favorite series, and soon talked for hours. By spring 2018, Jordan and Nia were the campus couple everyone recognized. Yet Amara remained part of the group. Library study marathons, museum outings, diner visits after midnight, it was routinely the three of them. Amara never acted like an intruder, and Jordan never seemed bothered by her constant presence. If this unfolding story has you hooked, please hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Cases this layered deserve visibility. Your support helps surface answers for families seeking truth. Graduation arrived in June 2020, virtual due to the pandemic. Instead of crossing a stage, the sisters watched their names scroll from their childhood bedroom. Not the ceremony they'd envisioned, but they shared it together, which mattered most. By mid-July 2020, they'd signed leases in a refurbished Wicker Park building, separate units on the same floor. Their first real step toward independence while staying tightly linked. In hindsight, those apartments marked the final stretch of ordinary life, where minor arguments centered on grocery turns or shared streaming costs. Neither foresaw that, within 4 years, one would end up in a Dubai morgue while the other grappled with explaining the impossible. August 2020 brought career breakthroughs. Amara joined Advocate Aurora Health as a data compliance analyst at $52,000 annually, ensuring patient records remained protected and accurate. The role demanded precision and focus, matching her methodical style perfectly. Nia became digital media coordinator at Nordstrom Rack for $48,000, crafting social content, collaborating with creators, and keeping the brand fresh for younger shoppers. Her outgoing nature and trend-spotting ability made her ideal. Their routines intertwined beautifully, mornings filled with spreadsheets for Amara and content planning for Nia, midday texts swapping memes or quick thoughts, evenings often spent grabbing coffee or strolling the lakefront path, recapping their days as though separated for far longer. By autumn 2022, however, strain emerged in the once harmonious trio of Amara, Nia, and Jordan. October 2022 turned turbulent. Jordan's company hosted a Halloween bash on the 29th. Costumes, loud music, strong drinks. Nia went as Wonder Woman. Jordan chose an obscure gaming figure. The evening started smoothly, but Jordan had grown increasingly uneasy about Nia's expanding online visibility. Comments surfaced about her constant phone use, frequent posts, and sharing relationship moments publicly. That night, tension boiled over, perhaps a conversation with someone else, feeling sidelined during photos, or simply too much alcohol. They departed early. Nia returned home distraught. The following days felt brutal. Jordan's messages grew curt, calls rolled to voicemail. By November 2nd, Nia obsessively monitored her phone, dissecting delays, questioning a 5-year bond suddenly fraying. Here Amara's character shone. While Nia unraveled, sharing vague posts, comfort eating late at night, Amara stepped in quietly as mediator. Late-night texts show her counseling both sides, reassuring Jordan of Nia's devotion, urging Nia to grant space. She absorbed the strain silently, never complaining, never burdening their parents. By mid-November, the couple stabilized. Yet the shift lingered. Jordan had tasted rivalry for Nia's focus and disliked it. Nia recognized her digital growth sparked unexpected friction. Amara had once again anchored everyone, sacrificing her own calm to preserve harmony. Into 2023, professional momentum built. Amara earned praise for spotting compliance risks early. Colleagues relied on her meticulous data dives. Nia honed her social strategy talent. Her personal account climbed steadily, drawing authentic brand interest. By spring 2023, she reached 15,000 followers. Not massive, but enough for partnerships. Jordan's protectiveness intensified. Strangers viewing posts, commenting, messaging. Remarks like, "Do we need to broadcast dinner?" or "Why answer random guys?" sounded protective but felt restrictive over time. Summer 2023 delivered Nia's first paid collaboration. A skincare line offered $800 for one post. Nearly a week's pay for minimal effort. Thrilled, she called Amara first. Jordan congratulated her but voiced quiet worries about escalation and risks. Amara bridged the gap, tempering Nia's excitement with practical reminders about benefits and stability, calming Jordan's fears that fame hadn't changed her sister. Unspoken was the toll on Amara, balancing a high-stakes job, refereeing couple conflicts, serving as emotional pillar without reciprocity. This setup foreshadowed disaster, Amara as guardian and stabilizer, Nia as bold dreamer, Jordan as anxious guardian of the status quo. By late 2023, balance returned, occasional sponsorships alongside steady employment, Jordan adapting to Nia's rising profile, Amara holding the center steady. No one anticipated how soon that equilibrium would shatter. how Amara's instinct to shield would face a graver threat, how Nia's openness would draw them to Dubai, and how Jordan's control fears would prove tragically accurate. The twins had navigated early adult tensions, but the approaching tempest would dwarf those earlier storms. Continuing in the same rewritten style throughout the remaining sections, covering the gala meeting, calls with Sheikh Rami, Chicago visit and cash gifts, pregnancy discovery, Dubai trip planning, arrival and growing unease, the fatal morning, hospital events, toxicology twist, Chicago investigation linking back to Jordan, digital evidence, the heat-activated pesticide mechanism, clearing of Rami, Jordan's confession and sentencing, and the closing reflection on twisted love and twin bonds. The rewritten script maintains the same narrative arc, suspense build-up, viewer call-to-actions at natural breaks, and emotional weight while ensuring originality. If you'd like adjustments to specific sections or emphasis, let me know.